2021. So as from the photo, we can see the Kamalu will be our next district director.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes. Give me some sound. Thank you. Okay. Then next for the anyone know Lai Chong Wei, right? So he will be our coming division and director.
Yay!
Okay, so another information is for starting from next term. For now, our Butterworth Toastmaster Club is under N1, right? N1. Okay, so starting from next term, we will move to N3.
Oh, entry.
N2.
Sorry, N2.
N2.
Someone come in just now. I admit that I cannot see. Okay, so we are moving to N2 for next term. So as you can see for the N2 there, right? So our Butterworth Toastmaster Club is green color. So we can see got red color and orange color. So for green color, it actually means that this club is still healthy. So thank you everyone for make our club healthy. So hope that we can continue this green color and become greater and greater.
Ripana, what is the meaning of healthy? Healthy means like in the DCP standpoint.
Yes, DCP.
That means distinguished and above, is it or no?
Yep.
Safety rating 是 mass media Western digital.
Okay, yep, never mind, thank you.
Okay, next. As we know, the District 51 international speech just ended last 2 weeks ago, right? So let's congratulate Mahathir. He's the winner for the international speech, not humorous speech, also evaluation contest, and also table topic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Patrick.
KKG,
KKG
congratulations, your face is
Yeah.
there.
I want to show you all.
Wow.
KKG is the third place for the international for the District 51 table topic contest. So let's give him a big round of applause.
Yay!
Congrats, KK, congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, KK, for make Butterworth name shine again in District 51. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our Toastmaster of the evening to share with us the theme of today's meeting. Let's welcome. He is the first time to be the TOE of this year, and I heard he is also ex-president of Butterworth Toastmaster Club.
Wow.
Let's welcome Leo.
Thank you.
Actually a bit corroded. So last time our TOE used last time I remember president is the one that will be like conducting the introduction section, right? So it's a bit different now. Okay. So today's theme is time is precious. Okay. So okay. Actually, shall I go through the role players first or introduction first?
Role player.
Okay.
Role player.
Role players. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen just to make sure all the role players are filled and confirm their roles. Okay, the first role will be Workmaster and Grammarian Karma. Confirm.
Come on, is here.
Okay, so we have Table Topic Master and Table Topic Evaluator, Jaslyn.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And then we have Timer, Ribanya.
Oh.
So
later please pin my video, then I will show the time by
All
changing
right.
my background.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, and then we have art counter, Jaslyn as well.
Also,
Okay, and then we have assignment speaker number 1, Alan Chan.
Yes, I'm here.
Confirm. And then we have assignment speaker number 2, Jacinda.
Hello,
Confirm.
I'm here. Yes, confirm.
Thank you. And then evaluator of assignment speech 1, Hui Sang,
Yes.
followed by assignment evaluator number 2, Yvonne.
yes.
And then we have our GE, Jun Hong.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you for confirmation. And then we have word of the day, Karma. Oh, okay, has been announced. Thank you. And then we have, lastly, we have thought of the day, Ailey.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So shall I proceed to word of the day?
I think go for introduction. first,
Introduction,
right?
Okay, okay. All right, so I'm going to stop this sharing. Okay, maybe today the theme is time is precious, right? What came across my mind is tomorrow is the last day of your life. What are you going to do today? So I repeat the question. You can introduce yourself, where are you from, how are you today, and then give your thought on time is precious. Imagine tomorrow is the last day of your life. What are you going to do today? You are given 1 minute. Just try to finish your sharing within 1 minute. And timer, take note. So you might want to pin timer ribbon so that you know your time is up. Okay, we will start from Kama.
Hi everybody. Leo, you asked me such an important question. Tomorrow is the last day of my life and you just gave me 1 minute to think about it. I can't think about it. So anyways, time is precious. Yes, it is precious, but during this MCO, I have been taken it very granted. I spend more time sleeping in my bed than anything else. So I haven't really been productive over these past 2 months. I will try to change that in the future. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kama. And then we have, okay, yeah. And then I'll go according to my screen. Okay, Alan?
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Alan. I'm from Butterworth Toastmasters Club. So if today is my last day of my life, there's only one thing that I want to do, which is spending time with my parents with this last day with them. That's the only thing that I want to do. If I want to go on to my second thing is I want to confess my feelings to the person that I have a crush into. Which until now, I didn't dare to confess my feelings yet. So that's it. Back to you. Those are the evening.
Thank you, Alan. Jaslyn?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Jesselyn. I'm from Butterworth Toastmasters Club. If today is my last day, I think I would say thank you to all the people that I know, to those that I love and those that love me. Thank you for came across my life this time before I end my life. Okay, back to you, Leo.
Thank you, Jaslyn. It's a very touching sharing. Okay, we have Yvonne.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Yvonne. If tomorrow is last day, I wish to fly back now and spend my time with my family and hug my mother because the last day is a precious time for me while I'm with my mother, because my mother is my everything. So it's very third person. Then I wish to spend my time with quality person. That's my mother. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. And then we have Jacinda.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jacinda. I'm Vice President of Education in Butterworth Toastmasters Club in this term. And if tomorrow is my last day, I will spend my time with my family and my loved ones. And we will spend like just normal day. And of course, I will express gratitude for all of them and spend a quality time to like have a chit chat together. Yeah, that's a precious moment. So I will pass back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacinda. KKG.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm KKG from Butterworth Toastmasters Club. If tomorrow is my last day, so today is not my last day. So I will still do a lot of different things until tomorrow comes. So what shall I do? I think I will probably go and spend half a day on the beach just by myself and reflect on the 60 over years of my life. What have I done that has contributed to make this place a better world? Who have I managed to help? And what else can I do for the remaining part of the day? Maybe with my children, to let them know that they don't have to be afraid, because nobody can tell when is the last day. So you need to live every day as if it's your last. Back to you, Leo.
Thank you. Thank you for the meaningful sharing, KKG. Okay, we have next one will be Hui-san.
Thanks, Leo. Yeah, very touching moment and very saddened. My heart right now is trying to think. Yeah, everything will come to an end. It's not every day is like normal day. It would have to have an end. So if so, I have another 24 hours tomorrow. And another fact is, it is me that is going to die, not everybody die together, not the last day of the world. It's going to be the last day on myself. Yes, I'm going to be dying only, not for the rest. So what would I do? I would have to use these 24 hours to finish up a lot of undone business, especially on relationship. And those especially goes back to my mom's side. What I would do is I would tell her how much I love her. And I also would ask her not to be sorrow on my passing. And I wanted to pass on the last message to the people that I love to continue their life without me in a happy and enjoyable, I wouldn't say mood, but in an enjoyable mindset or mentality. And I wanted to assure them as well that even without me, my spirit and the things that I have done for them will be their memories forever on my side, that to push them to be the best of them, the best of who they're supposed to be. And that would be all that I can do in 24 hours. I just want to leave them a happy memory. That's it, because I'm gone. I'm no more. Thank you.
Thank you, Hui-san. You still live to the fullest, even the last day of your life.
Yeah.
That's a very wonderful of you. Okay, then we have our Ribbon to share about your thought.
If today is my last day.
Tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
It's like 24 hours.
If today, then I'm having meeting with you all. Okay, if tomorrow is my last day, I will same as most of you here. I will spend time with my family. So maybe I will have a dinner with them, and then express my feeling to them, and then thanks them for bringing up me, and apologize for everything that I have done. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Raven. So now is a good time to seek for forgiveness, Ma'am Sahid and Martin. Okay, and then we have Ailey. Would you like to share on your thought?
Good evenings. I'm Ailey. I'm treasurer for this club. If tomorrow is my last day, actually I never think of that, because everyone's surely you will have the last day for us. So I will treat every day is the last day for me. I mean, so whatever we want to go through every day, I need to, greatly to fulfill whatever we want to do, because we don't know tomorrow will come to us or not. Yeah, every day we need to treat it a last day for us. So we will do whatever we can, especially with our family. We need to have time with our family, even though they are far away from me, like my son. Every day I need to have a time with them. So every day we will keep contact with them. We will safely know them, they are healthy, they are safe. So every day is a great day for us. I never think tomorrow is the last day for me. So I will treat every day is a great day for us. So do whatever we can. And then we can share whatever knowledge or contribute to the social. Thank you.
Thank you, Ailey. You are absolutely right. Okay, we have next one. We have Andy Lim. Would you like to share your thought on if tomorrow is your last day of your life, what are you going to do today?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Andy Lim. Previously from Comac, then Bayan Baru, then Malim, then EcoWorld Toastmasters Club. Now I'm clubless, but I'm just joining meetings as a guest. I think if I only had another 24 hours today, the first thing I want to settle, very practical, I want to make sure all my money, all my valuable stuff gets to my family. Because my family is in Sabah and I'm here alone. So I want to make sure I liquidate whatever I can and get it to them. Because once I'm dead and they find me in the obituary, then all my assets will be frozen. this is one thing. If you knew you're going to go tomorrow, you better make sure all your assets are liquidated and given to your family first. That's first priority. Then I would have to find out how to get a plane to Sabah with this non-interest rate. But I will make sure I contact and I will be calling my two sons later at about 9 o'clock. I'm having our evening devotion with them, so I will leave at about 9 o'clock. But these are the two things. Make sure the assets are liquidated and given to my family, and then I will find a way to make sure I spend my last moments with them.
Thank you, Andy. Sounds like you're ready. Thank you for that. Okay, and we have a Patricia. Would you like to share on your thought? Patricia, are you there? Okay, I think she's not available at this moment. So we go to Kathleen.
Oh, I see. Today's topic is practice. After that, you ask about tomorrow. If tomorrow is my last day, in psychology way, at first in this universe, I think we are zero. After that, our mother's egg then make us. Then we are human. We are like taking a jet, no power jet. Very fast now. 60 years later, go away. So time fast, and time run very fast. It's precious. So if tomorrow is my last day, console myself that everybody have to go when they are nearly reach nearly 100 years old. So it is normal. And another 100 years, you will see the young people are not us; they are our grandson. This will consolate many people when they are last day. Okay, up to you.
Thank you, KS Lim. Jun Hong.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jun Hong from Intel and SSC Toastmasters Club. I'm a happy regular guest here. So if tomorrow were my last day, because it's MCO, so I cannot go out to meet other friends or family. So what I can do is I'll call each of them, and then I'll say thank you to them for spending time with me, and seek for forgiveness if I've done anything wrong to them. And besides that, I will tell jokes to them and happy stories to them so that they won't feel sad if I leave them. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Jun Hong. It's very humorous of you. Okay, all right. Okay, Patricia. Yeah.
I thought I can get away. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining.
If tomorrow is my last day, I will not tell everyone that it's my last day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take charge of that 24 hours to call up everyone that I know of and to speak to each and every one of them. I will do video. I will make sure I have a Zoom meeting with them, and I will smile at them and really send my best wishes to all of them. And for the final moments before I depart, I will still be very happy and very thankful. And of course, I'll be with my mother and my brother and my sister if possible. And the secret is I will not let them know it's my final moments. I'll just spend my remaining time with them, and I will let them know I will disappear and I will be transformed into a different entity, but I'm always with them. Just let them know that I'm always around even though I'm not physically present. And I don't want anybody to remember me for sure, but I would like all of them to live their life happily ever after. And with this, over to you.
Thank you, Patricia, for very meaningful sharing. Okay, Annie, I think Matthew. Matthew, are you a member of Toastmasters?
No, actually, it's my first time joining you guys.
Oh, okay. Maybe you would like to introduce yourself, how you get to know about this club, and briefly share with us your thought if tomorrow is your last day of your life. What are you going to do today?
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Matthew, and I'm currently a financial planner. And actually, I got to know this club is from another club that actually have a link from Gurney Hydro. Actually, I just clicked into this club, and then it's good to know you guys. And then
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, so just now, as you mentioned, is that if tomorrow is my last day, is it?
Yes, correct.
I would say if tomorrow is my last day, I would like people to remember me for my accomplishment and also my well-being, and how actually I able to leave my footsteps beneath to every single one that I have met, and how I actually able to influence them in a good way. And I would say is that if tomorrow is my last day, before I actually heading towards heaven gate, I would like to say that throughout this lifetime, Earth is actually a good learning ground for me, and also able to meet so much wonderful person, and a lot of knowledge, and also like experience that I actually established throughout this journey. And what I'm trying to say is that if I want to make tomorrow my last day to be memorable, I would say I wanted to be like in how Terminator, in inside Terminator, that how he actually saved Sarah Connors from those other Terminators and able to leave a good name for himself. Okay, that's my thought.
Thank you for your wonderful sharing, Matthew. Okay, I don't think anyone I miss out. No, right? Okay, so it's my turn. Okay, it's my turn to share. The good news is tomorrow is not your last day. And if for me, right, if tomorrow is my last day, I think I'll be in chaos, because all the while I'm not living to the fullest of my life. Like Ailey said, treat every day like the last day of your life, and then your life will be wonderful, and you won't be regret lah. You won't be like sorrow. So, and also, like all of you have shared, try to be show gratitude to all the people around us. Like the theme of the day, time is precious. So without further delay, we will go to the next session, Word of the Day by Kama. Let's welcome Kama.
Hello, everybody. So time is precious. We need a word that indicates that there is some time sensitivity. So the word of the day, if you never mind, that didn't work out, is prudent. 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 So what does prudent mean? Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Okay. So examples of this: it is prudent to consult with a financial advisor before investing money. So go talk to Matthew after this. Another thing is, at the moment, social distancing seems like a prudent action to take. So the word of the day again is prudent. Back to you, Theory.
Thank you, Kama, for sharing. Word of the day, prudent. So you are all of you are encouraged to use word of the day, prudent, throughout the meeting. The next will be thought of the day by Ailey. Ailey, you might want to unmute your mic.
Sorry. Good evening. The thought of the day for today is, yesterday is gone, tomorrow has not yet come, and we have only today. So let us begin. So time is precious resource in our universe. So productivity is of course, the most important for us. So I urge all of us to do with times, saving time and using time wisely, and not wasting time, and do things more efficiently and productivity, and prudently as well. For today, words of the day. So not wasting our time, do our time wisely. Thank you.
Thank you, Ailey. Thank you. Okay, now comes the most excited moment. So we have two speakers, two assignments speakers today, two assignments today. The first speaker will be Alan Chan, and his evaluator is Jacinda Yuan. Jacinda, can you?
His evaluator is Do Hui Sang. I am the second speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I would like to invite Hui Sang to read out the objective of the speech.
Thank you, Leo. Yes, the objective for Alan's speech today is understanding your communication style with the following purpose. It is for Alan to learn about different communication styles and identify his primary style. Secondly, this speech is for Alan to share the impact of his style on others. Time, the time length is 5 to 7 minutes. Alan do not need to show the time for you. I think do not need to show the time as a demo for you. For guests, I think we can share, we can show it for the guests, for the benefit of the guests. 5 will be green, that ribbon will have the green on his background. 5 green, 6 will be amber. And where is ribbon? Yes, amber. And 7 minutes will be red. Okay, red. And 30 seconds will be given to conclude out the speech. Back to you, TOE.
Thank you, Hui-san. Alan, can you confirm that you can see the timer?
Yes.
Can you wave your hand just to make sure the video is working properly? Hui-san, can you see Alan?
Wait, okay, can.
Yeah. All right. So without delay, please welcome Alan, the bridge, Alan.
Communication. What is communication? If you go to the internet and search for this word, you will find a variety of definition on it. For me, I define communication as the bridge between confusion and clarity. The process of transforming a confusing message to a clear message. That process, I call it communication. A good communicator is able to convey his or her message effectively to his or her friends or even strangers. One of the ways to improve our communication style is to identify your personal communication style. Toastmaster International provides us a platform for us to do the quiz to identify our own communication style. After I've done the quiz, it was not surprised that the highest point that I got is initiating communication style and direct communication style. If you know me as a person, you will know that I'm a person that likes to initiate discussion whenever there is an awkward situation. If you have joined me to hang out in a restaurant or in a cafe before, you will discover that I can initiate a lot of topics, especially when we have nothing to say anymore. I will be the one to start the discussion with others. Today, I'm going to share 2 stories on the impact of my communication style to my friends. The first story is with a female friend. Let's just call her Isabella. Isabella has been in the same class with me since I was in my primary school, and we have been staying in contact until today. Our friendship has lasted for over 12 years. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get into a relationship because both of us didn't have feelings toward each other. That's why we stay at friendship level. I remember one day when I hang out with her, when we were talking very excitedly. After 3 hours, we stopped our discussion because we have nothing to say anymore. We both knew each other very well, and we didn't know what to say. After 1 minute of awkward pauses, I started to initiate discussion. I started to ask her about her life in university, how was her life in high school, because when we went on to high school, we went on to separate paths. and she started to share it about her own experience, and we started to continue our discussion again. In this case, I used initiating communication style to communicate with her. And she felt that this is a very good communication style because she was also a person that is motivated by friendship. However, in this communication style, my disadvantage is that I tend to talk a bit fast. Sometimes when I was very excited, I talk in a very fast pace. And Isabella will be the one to look at me with a confused face. What are you thinking about? Please repeat it again, slowly. Isabella thought it was prudent to tell me that I have these rooms for improvement. She told me about this, and I decided to improve my communication style by slowing my pace. By doing that, I actually could communicate effectively with strangers, especially those strangers who did not get used to initiating communication style. I knew when is the time for me to slow down my pace and communicate effectively with them. Moving on to my second story. This story is a story on how I lead my team members. This story occurred in Gunung Jerai, if you know where Gunung Jerai is. In Gunung Jerai, there was a youth camp held there, and I was being selected as a leader. If you know me as a leader, I am actually a very direct person. I give direct orders. A is A, B is B. A is not B, B is not A. No, A is A, B is B. I'll be very direct to you. Because when I was leading a team, I am goal-oriented. I'm very focused on the goal. However, this communication style didn't impact two of my members. Their name is Ben and John. Both of them are very analytical. They analyze everything I say. For example, when I say, John, please go and do this for me. The first question that came into John's mind will be, why should I do it for you? Is there any purpose of me doing for you? Please explain to me, what is the purpose? What is the point for me doing this for you? They will ask a lot of questions, and I felt very tired leading them throughout these 3 days, 2 nights camp. Nevertheless, I decided to change my communication style again. I changed it to become more analytical. I decided to share with them why I asked them to do this, why I give them this order, why I command them to carry out this thing or this order in order for us to achieve success at the end of the camp. That is how I actually changed my communication style throughout my whole year in my high school and in my university. Ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow Toastmaster, every single one of us will have a different communication style. When we communicate with others, sometimes we might need to change our communication style in order to suit others. It might seem a bit hard at first, but if you're willing to challenge yourself to change your communication style, you will be able to communicate effectively, no matter to your friends, your family members, or even strangers. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, we have our second assignment speech. Jacinda. Okay, her evaluator is Yvonne. Yvonne Chua, can you read out the objective of the speech?
Yes. Okay, Jacinda is on level 2, project 3. Her purpose, the statement is, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of the previous experience as a protest. Time length is 5 to 7 minutes. Let's welcome Jacinda. Pick up the baton. Pick up the baton, Jacinda.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's exercise your finger a little bit by just typing in 1 or 2 words at the chat box on what is your awesomeness. What is your awesomeness? I will carry on with my speech so that you have a little bit more time to think and share your awesomeness at the chat box. I believe every one of us here has a purpose to join Toastmasters. For me, I want to improve my presentation skills and impromptu speaking. But why Toastmasters? Toastmasters is a good learning ground, and it involves a lot of people from different kind of backgrounds. And the best part of it is I can keep practicing and getting feedbacks from the members to guide me to a better position. It's just like a mentorship. For me, mentorship is like a relay race. So tonight, I'm going to share with you the baton that I pick up from my mentors. First, just do it. I want to improve myself to become an eloquent speaker, but I'm not there to speak. I just want to listen first and take up the listening roles. In Toastmasters, Ailey was assigned to be my mentor. Every end of the meeting, she will come to tell me, "Hey, Jacinda, let's do your speech on next meeting." I'm very afraid of listening to this, and I keep avoiding. And Hui Sung was our BTN former president. When I was about to give up, she even called me to make sure I have the right mindset on delivering my speech. Both of them actually works really well on keeps me motivated. In order to improve, I need to just do it. Don't be afraid to take up any challenges. If not now, when? So I did it in the end. I even take up the challenge to join all the contests. And you can see my trophy here. Second is know yourself. In Toastmasters, there are many great speakers. And we have our happy regular guest, Jun Hong. He is the one who brought me into BTN Club. And when he speaks, I immediately admire to his great sense of humor. I hope I can speak like him to bring the happiness to all the members. Besides, Mr. KK3, who has delivered a powerful impromptu speeches, and the value of his wisdom has inspired me. I hope I can be like him someday. Also, our President Ribbon has done really well on grabbing the attentions of audience attentions. That's the skill I wish to apply on my presentation skill. However, I can be them. Everyone is unique. There are the mentors to navigate me in some way, but all I need is to know my own strength. Just compete with myself and achieve my goals. Third, learn from mistakes. Some mistakes I have made, but I don't ever notice. The evaluation and feedbacks from the members are very critical for us for our improvements. The best part in Toastmasters, where I can learn from the help of all the members. Besides, I'm so grateful that I have met my mentors, CM Chu. He is from other Toastmasters Club and who gave me unconditional support and always reminded me to embrace the failure. Especially after every meeting, I usually will reflect back how awful I am while delivering a speech. And I feel like I am a failure. In this case, I am the victim of my own thinking. Whenever I told him about this matter, he gave me a reminder as in, just learn from your failure. Failure is not opposite of success. It's actually part of success. I'm so grateful to have met my great mentors in Toastmasters journey. They helped me a lot in achieving my goals to become an eloquent speaker. Here's my 3 key points to highlight. First, just do it. Second, know yourself. And third, learn from mistakes. This is not just applying in Toastmasters, but also applying in my life, my research life, my research career, business, or in relationship. Our former international president, Luck Dolly, she shared us an inspired quote, which is, if your actions inspiring others to dream more, learn more, and to become more, you are the leaders. Therefore, the awesomeness that you had typing down, thank you so much. I have seen a lot. And that actually is your baton that you are holding. Just pass it to inspire more people. If you are the protege like me, pick up the baton. Back to you.
Thank you, Jacinda, for sharing such a wonderful story. Can I have the baton? Thank you. Okay, I think we shall take a quick break before I proceed to the next session. Now it's 8:40. Can we come back at 8:45 for a short break? Thank you, everyone. See you later.
Hi, Matthew.
Hey, guys.
You're from Penang also?
Yeah, I'm from Penang.
Oh, I see. Normally, our meeting is at the Golden Triangle there.
Golden Triangle, I mean the chicken rice there, is it?
You know got one college there, for real, Privet.
Is it near the
Rice.
above
Above Seng Heng. You know, got one Seng Heng there.
Oh, okay.
Just above Seng Heng.
So it's not in Butterworth, is it? It's in Golden Triangle, is it?
Oh, not at mainland there. Just the name is Butterworth, because last time already got one. Actually, first club in Penang is called Penang Toastmaster Club, and then since Penang, this name already been taken, and then the founder chose the birth name.
Because I thought like if you guys are Butterworth, I have to go across the bridge to actually to have the meeting.
Where you stay?
I'm staying in Galugor.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
around my area there lah. Yeah,
really?
So you no need to cross the bridge.
I think it's quite near to the Golden Triangle place. So I mean, when is you guys meeting, like normally around what's the date and also what's the time?
Okay, normally meeting is on 2nd and 4th of Wednesday of every month.
2nd and 4th.
Yeah. So
the second week and the 4th week of Wednesday, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Can.
So for the next month, first meeting will be on 10, and then second meeting will be on 24.
Oh, okay. I see.
Maybe you can go and like us on our Facebook page. Then our VPPR will update there.
Okay, can.
Mhm.
Probably I can write my email down here first, and
Yeah,
then I
sure,
like
sure.
because I actually attend a few Toastmasters, the Penang Toastmaster, and then Gurney Hydro one, and then I mean a few Toastmasters, and it's actually pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, every club is very good.
it's like club hogging like this. Club hogging.
Mhm. Yeah, now is the time. You don't have to travel outside. You just stay at home and you can visit a lot of club. So just you try to club more, do more clubbing, and then which club is maybe more connect to you, more suitable, then you can if you plan to join, then you can join them or join us. Because
That's the one
every
that
club
you
is
feel comfortable.
yeah every club is all the club is the same. All the club is the same.
Yeah. I mean, some of them, they actually give their humorous speech that is really good. And then I feel like quite inspired if I just hear them talking humorous, and also their speech also like have their points also. And I actually really enjoy like listen to how you guys speak and how you guys actually present your thoughts throughout the presentation.
Understand. Actually, before the person that you admire, before they join Toastmaster, maybe they also like you. So you can slowly improve after they join the Toastmaster.
Okay.
So actually, all of us, the first intention to join Toastmaster is for learning.
Yeah, I mean, my intention is actually to learn and also to improve my communication skills firstly, and then secondly is to building my connections around to know more people during this time, I would say.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Leo, 5 minutes already.
Okay, yeah. Waiting for you to finish.
No,
Leo.
Jun, 5 minutes, Jun.
Time management.
Just kidding.
I control my time very well.
Ribbon. Time management.
Okay, the next session, I think actually we are slightly behind time. So for the next session will be table topics. Table topic master, can we limit to 4 speakers for the table topic session?
Can.
Okay, so without further delay, I would like to invite our table topic master for the day, AKG.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Leo. Well, for the benefit of the guests, Matthew, Table Topics is a session where we learn how to think fast, respond accurately to what we hear, and entertain the audience or the listeners at the same time, if we can. So we have to listen carefully to the topic, but for tonight, you won't be hearing me reading out anything, but I will be showing some slides or posters, and the topic itself is written on the poster. Unless my posters are not clear, you let me know, all right? So who would like to be the first table topic speaker for tonight? Anyone volunteering? Okay, Andy Lim, my good friend. Welcome back to Toastmasters.
Hey, nice to be back.
Were you a division governor, Andy, last time?
No, I only was area governor.
Area governor, okay.
Yeah,
Because
area
all these
governor.
people, all these members of mine, they wouldn't have known you. Yeah. Andy has been was a Toastmaster since I think probably what 20 years back.
Almost, yeah. Around
20 years ago.
98 like that. I joined about 98.
Right. So he's a very seasoned Toastmaster. All right, let me share screen. Where am I? Here. So the first topic of the day, very simple and direct. Over to you, Andy.
It says procrastination is the thief of time. And I think most of us are guilty of this, in that we tend to put off the things that we don't feel like doing it. And I found this quotation. It was mentioned by Brian Tracy, but he gotten it from somewhere else. He says that a good definition of discipline is you do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you like it or not. That's the definition of discipline that I also feel is very, very, it relates to me, because it's easy when you feel like doing it that you get it done, but it is very difficult if you don't feel like it, you don't want to do it, and even though it needs to be done. So I think that putting off things should not be something that we cultivate or something that we use as a reaction to not doing the things that need to be done, but we don't feel like doing it. It's when we discipline ourselves to do it when it needs to be done, then you see yourself moving forward, you see yourself breaking through, making things happen. And I think that in our lives, we really need to see which are the areas that we know we tend to procrastinate, and address that. Because as long as you don't see it as you putting it off and you making the thing to be not done, delayed, to be not important enough or urgent enough for you to get it done, then you're not going to get very far. So also you can procrastinate, but you procrastinate on the things that are of least important. So that is what is called creative procrastination. So instead of putting off the things that need to be done, you put off the things that is not important, like playing your handphone. So you put that off until it becomes, you don't have time for it. Then you get the things that need to be done, and you find yourself moving forward, and all the prudent things in your life will be done. Back to you.
Thank you for your sharing. And who will be the second speaker? Who wants to volunteer for the second? Pat, is it Patricia?
Okay.
All right.
I'm very scared. Long time never do table topic. Everyone can hear me, yeah?
Yes,
All
can
right.
hear you.
Patricia, this is your topic.
The bad news is time flies.
Patricia, your background sound. You have a background. Can you turn that down?
Hang on, yeah. Oh my God. Hang on, I go another place. Hold on.
Yeah. Another club meeting.
Another club meeting. Sorry, my apology.
Can I make you the next speaker while you move around? I'll get
Okay,
another
I'm ready.
person. Yeah, you're ready now? All right.
Yes.
Okay, this is your topic. Go ahead.
Hi, fellow Toastmasters. When I read the table topic, bad news is time flies, good news is I'm the pilot, it gives me tremendous excitement, because when I read this powerful statement, I know it's really up to me whether I want to be the procrastinator queen or I want to take charge of my time. And I thought when I read this, I think of how I have been over the years. Definitely, I have been improving. I used to be a queen of procrastination, and I still am. But my degree of procrastination has definitely been on the upward trend, meaning to say I procrastinate less. Let me give you an example. I used to take hours and hours to clean up my simple room, but now it takes me less time to clean up my room. And the other day, my mom was pretty impressed the fact that, hey, I can do things a lot faster now. I know this may sound peculiar or even absurd to some of the listeners out there, but let me ask you, have you also been in my shoe, whereby you find for some peculiar reason, you just can't take control of some of the bad habits that you have? I am very happy when I see some of you are nodding away. So we are all the same because we are all human beings. But the best news is once we are aware of it, let's collectively be that positive energy that encourage one another. How do we encourage one another? Definitely twice a month, come to a Toastmasters meeting, get yourself pumped up, excited, and with the whole group, we can all be a master of our time. Over to you, Toastmaster KKG. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. Matthew, would you like to try? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, let me share with you the next slide.
Is it the easy one or is it a hard one?
Oh, for our guests, we always give hard ones. No, I'm kidding.
When was the last time you did something for the first time?
Recently, did you do anything for the first time during the MCO?
I would say like for a long time I did cooking back. So I mean during this time last time I would say hey guys, so I would say that for the last time I actually did something for the first time is actually cooking. There's somewhat to say it's my first passion, and during my college years, and I actually enjoy cooking a lot. And for my first time that I actually learned how to cook is when I saw a YouTube video like from Gordon Ramsay or Jamie Oliver, and then it actually inspired through my heart that how to actually to be a cook, and then someday in the future that I wanted to open my own restaurant or cafe. Actually, so and then during that time period of time that when I felt hungry or that I felt like I really want craving for something to eat, I will actually look for something in the freezer to think about, like Ratatouille, that how they actually wanted to cook, and then I will immediately come up with the idea. Oh, I wanted to cook ramen, and then how is I'm going to portray it? How is the soup? How is the broth? And how is the noodle is being cooked? So it's actually my passion, and also it encouraged my inner child in myself to becoming better in cooking. So I would say that it actually is a fun learning experience throughout that time, and I keep on getting better and better. And then sometimes I actually cook for my friends and also my family. They actually enjoy my cooking as well. So I would say it's pretty valuable to actually pick up a skill for nowadays during the MCO, and cooking is one of my skills. And then currently I'm trying to pick it up communication, and also doing some, I mean, connecting with more people, and maybe learn some instrument one day that actually can lighten up people's mood. And then thanks for everyone today, and here's my speech today.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Matthew, thank you. Very well done. And the final speaker, number 4, K.S. Lim, where are you? You're hiding. K.S. Lim.
Yes.
You want to be the 4th speaker?
Can somebody want?
Huh? Are you okay?
If somebody want to?
Well, I've asked. You are among our members who doesn't have a role.
Okay, I'll try.
Good, 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 good. All right, let me share with you my screen for the next poster. This is it. K.S. Lim? Can see or not?
This very, very deep.
Very deep? No.
Deep.
So you make it simple, make it simple. That means these 3 things are things that you, once it is done, it is done. You cannot get it back. All right, over to you.
I catch up the things that you say. Sometimes the words that you have hurt somebody.
Yeah.
This create very big consequences. Maybe that person is the one that can pull you out or help you because of one word from your brain. You just speak up, then you lose a friend, then you lose a chance. I heard in this world, it is not what you know, it is whom you know. When you know somebody who can pull you out, it's more powerful than what you know. So we must be very careful with the words. About this point, although I know this, but I'm very weak in controlling words. Usually the words come up from my mouth, usually hurt people. Then second thing, time is waste. Time loss is a time waste. Sure, because you see, I have run through childhood, then and now teenagers, adulthood. Now I'm almost in the old age. When I go inside Tesco, I don't have to line out one. I can straight go in. So this time already passed. My younger time already passed. So time is to me is you cannot get back the time you pass. That is past. So what can I do is be positive from now onward. From now 60 onward until later, I try to plan what I'm going to do. Although I didn't plan. So after this meeting, maybe this meeting will motivate me to plan. Because I still have 20 to 30 years to go. If I'm lucky, this 20 to 30 years, I may do something meaningful to this society. So in conclusion, it's better to think before we say, like Confucius said. Everything before you say, you think first. The consequences. Before you stay renang, didn't do anything, you better think twice also. You better do something. If not, the time fly, your life also fly. Okay. Over to you.
Thank you, KS. Thank you. So sometimes when we think we don't have anything to say, we have so much good things to say. Anyway, I also go into Tesco, no need to queue up. So both of us save a lot of time, you know. Oh yeah, I want to check, Ribbon, how do we do the election for the best table topic speaker?
As usual, we will scan the QR code, or maybe or go to the link at the chat there. Then we will vote there.
Who's handling that? Who's handling that? Who's arranging for the QR code?
Cinda?
Leo
Cinda.
have sent the link in the chat box.
Or in the chat box, everyone?
Yeah, I will send it again.
Okay, let's go to the chat box, to the link, and do the voting.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have one more votes for the best evaluator.
So we vote together at the same time, is it?
Yes, yes, at the end.
Okay, so not yet.
Leo
All
will
right.
trigger us to vote.
All right, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Kikechi, for the marvelous table topic sessions. Can we give him a thunderous applause? Okay, that's the end of my session as a TOE. Next, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Jun Hong, to conduct his session.
Thanks, Leo. So let's get the co-evaluator reports. First, I would like to hear from the timer, Ribbon. Can you please read out the timing report for every speaker?
Thanks, Jun Hong. For speaker 1, Alan, total time is 7 minutes.
Lag.
Can move on to another co-evaluator while waiting for Ribbon.
Okay, so now I'd like to call upon the R counter, Jaslyn, right, to give the report.
The VIP instead of having the president, because
Jaslyn, your mic is off. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, for the first speaker, Alan, I didn't detect any filler words. And then for second speaker, Jacinda, I didn't detect any particular filler words, but I realized that you have mentioned a few times the word just. So maybe can take note about this. And then for the table topic part, I think can I have Jacinda help for this? Because just now I jot down for the evaluation for the table topic.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Jaslyn. For table topic session, there are four speakers. The first speaker, Andy, has 3 filler words. And second, Patricia, I detect no filler words from you. Congratulations. And third speakers, Matthew, you have 14 filler words. And KS Lim, you have 12 filler words. Yeah, so that's all for me.
Thank you, Jacinda.
Thanks to Jaslyn and Jacinda for the counter report. Now I'd like to call upon the grammarian, Kamal, to provide the grammarian report.
Hi everybody, I'm the grammarian. So I'd just like to repeat, word of the day was prudent. Not a lot of people use the word of the day, unfortunately. Okay, let me go one by one. So first of all is our first speaker. What's my first speaker? Is it? Oh, wait, is this here? Oh, Alan. Hi. Okay. Hi, Alan. So did a really good job. A lot of wonderful phrases that I heard. At the beginning, you started with communication breeds confusion and clarity. I really like that. So many C's: confusion, communication, clarity. Really like what you did there. There are some improvements I would like to make. during the part where you were talking about Isabella, oh, your lovely Isabella, I would have liked some words that would better describe the situation. So you used talking very excitedly. You could have used, instead of the very, we don't use very too much, you could have used thrilled or delighted. So I was thrilled talking to her, I was delighted talking to her. You also use very again when you said knew each other very well. You could have used this opportunity to say we knew each other closely or knew each other intimately. Oh, see, you can add some suspense. And then 1 minute of awkward pause. You can say, oh, 1 minute of hesitation. I didn't know what to say to her. Lastly was you used the phrase every single one of us. It, every single one. So you like repeated yourself, but if your intention was to actually stress the phrase, then it should be okay. And thank you for using word of the day when you said Isabella thought it was prudent. So thank you very much. Moving on to Jacinda. Jacinda, really liked your speech also. You start off with baton. I picked up from my mentor. So as your title, baton, you really stressed the word baton, really like that. And at the end of your speech, you said, if you are the prodigy like me, I really like the word prodigy that you used. Some improvements I would like to make during the beginning of your speech. You said, it's just like a mentorship. You're already talking about mentorship, so there's no reason to use the word like there. You used the word eloquent speaker twice. You could have, on your second try, used a different word, a synonym. So you could have used potent speaker or well-spoken speaker. And finally, there was a phrase you said, skill I wish to apply on my presentation skill. I felt that was quite repetitive. You can just shorten it to upskill my presentation skill. So yeah, thank you for all the speakers. Moving on to the table topic speakers. First of all, Andy Lim. Yeah, Andy Lim, really great. You used the word of the day. Thank you very much. You used the word creative procrastination. Really like that you mixed those two words together. Some improvements that I see you could have done is during the beginning of your speech, you say tend to put off things that we don't feel like doing it. You could have just simplified that whole phrase to tend to put off things that are unpleasant to us. And finally, you said playing with your handphone. Okay lah, correct lah. It's not playing with your handphone, but that could be improved upon. Moving on to Patricia. Patricia used some really big words that I really like. Tremendous excitement. Degree of procrastination on the upward trend. Oh, this one really nice, because she basically described a graph in her phrase. And finally, the word sounds peculiar. Peculiar is a very nice word. So really good job there. I didn't see any faults. Moving on to Matthew. Matthew, one thing I noticed is you like to use movie references a lot. In this particular speech, you use Ratatouille. And before that, in the introduction, you used a phrase from Terminator. That was really great. Some people who might not watch American movies too much might not understand, so it's like a double A sword. So you gotta be careful with that. And finally, Kia Slim. Kia Slim, really inspirational. Beginning of his speech, he said one phrase that he heard is "not what you know, whom you know." Oh, that was very deep. And also, time flies, life also fly. That was a bit depressing, but still a good one. So good job there. So great job, all speakers. And I'll pass it back to DOE.
Thanks, Kamal. Let's go back to Ribbon. Is Ribbon online?
Yes.
Yeah, Ribbon, can you please provide the timer report?
Sorry, everyone. I was busy just now. Actually, just now I finished my report already. Then I just realized I busy. Okay, so for the speaker number 1, Alan, total time is 7 minutes. Speaker 2, Jacinda, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Table topic. Speaker number 1, Andy, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Patricia, 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Matthew, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And last but not least, KS Lim, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. For the I will add out some for the just now for the introduction session. Total spend time is 23 minutes, and for the table topic session by KKG, total time is for total spending time is 14 minutes. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, Ribbon. Okay, so we have done with the co-evaluator's report. Now, I'd like to call upon the evaluator for the first speaker, which is for Alan's speech. Who is the evaluator for the first speaker? Hui Sang. Oh, sorry, yeah, Hui Sang, here you go. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Jun Hong. Well, Alan, okay, I can see you. Alan, communication style. I am happy that you are using the communication style that you have learned live on stage just now. Being an initiative communicator, being the analytical communicator, that all showcased in the 5-minute speech that you are doing. You are doing it live on us. Showcase the lesson that you have learned. You have internalized it so much that you're using it out. I like that. This followed by another two things that I really love about your speech. One is the energy level. When the camera is in front of you, you show up all that you have, including your energy, lift up the audience by your energetic gesture, by the whole you yourself, you're transforming into an energetic, motivating, inviting, personal, showing case in front of us. This is what I like. Now, thirdly, the thing I really like about you is the richness of your speech, where you use your personal story, you use the logical part of it, where you dissect it, converge it, and you diverge everything back to a conclusion, and you present it out. I like the structure of it. Now, Alan, I think that you'd like to hear area for improvement as well. Now, there are three for you that I could suggest. First one, eyes contact. As I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the camera. So I hope that this you could look at me and look at how the eyes contact would have to be. And this is looking at the camera spot itself, improving on the eye contact. Now, second, when you talk about the learning itself by the communication style, my suggestion is add a little bit more context onto each of the communication style, so that when we have that, we can relate back to your personal story and what's wrong with that, so you shift. So that is the context that I'm suggesting to put in more to each style. What is initiative style? So as a explanation. Third one, the last one, I would suggest that for each of the style that you have learned, put out a conclusion, put out a summary, diverge it back. For example, initiative style and analytical style, what would be the biggest learning for you? For example, that help you to improve to a person that can respond to different situations using different style. What is the impact to make interpersonal relationship better, to make leadership better in a way, make it specific, converge it back. And this, you can put it into the conclusion and make it the big conclusion that you have learned and call the audience for action by varying the communication style, apply in your daily life and make improvement onto the relationship. So with this, Alan, with this conclusion that we are drawing, with this analytical and initiative communication style that you have in you, make it a lifestyle for you and start living for that and be a greater communicator. That will be inspiring. Back to you, Leo.
Should be back to me, Jun Hong, not Leo.
Oh, back to you, Jun Hong.
Okay, thanks, Hui Sang. Next, I'd like to invite the second evaluator for Jacinda's speech, Yvonne Chua. Yvonne?
Thank you. Jacinda, I like your speech so much today. I have 4 points to share you that what I like from your speech. The first one, you're wearing. You show a professional attire that you already show respect and professional way on how people that you absorb their monitoring, how they monitoring you. For the second, you have a good opening and you direct to the audience to engage you. For example, you ask audience to leave a chat, leave a word on the chat. Each of us will come out a mind and respond you. That one is a good response and good opening with audience. Next, you show the pattern, that signature you created. The first one, just be yourself. Second, know yourself. The third, learn from mistake. This one, you have present your body presented is great and very straightforward. And you already introduce who is monitoring you and become you today. The fourth one, today your presentation is very slow and steady while you're presenting point by point. The one, you allow the audience got time to absorb your point on how the character move in our audience. This one I like. I'm here to have minor help to move from good to great speech. Perhaps I share you some room of improvement. There are 2 ways to improve your speech. The first one, the body language and your voice variety need to emphasize. For example, you can emphasize the action more while you're playing your hand gesture or pointing to the audience. The second, you insert element of humor. For example, you can elaborate more on strong actor character. Give more example on how they monitoring you are. For example, Eileen will be very serious and very soft lady. It's very soft way, so you can at the same time on and off, you have a good speech. The first one, great engagement with audience, slow and steady. The room of improvement, increase your body language and voice, and also insert some. I believe that you can fly away with speaker afterward and be my mentor and look forward for your next speech. Thank you, Jacinda.
Thank you, Yvonne, for the evaluation. Now I'd like to call upon the last evaluator, the table topic evaluator, Jaslyn, right? To give your evaluation.
Yes. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, loud and clear.
First of all, thanks KKG for being so thoughtful, because prepare all the questions and show us in the slide so that we are easier to understand. And then for the speaker part, I will give I will pinpoint a good one and some recommendation to improve. And then for the first speaker, Andy, I really like that you share. You share with us a quote that regarding we need to be disciplined instead of and related to our procrastination. This quote is a bit long, but however, it brings the message out is that we need to be disciplined, and we can procrastinate, but we still need to focus on the things that is important for us. And one area for improvement that I suggest for you is you maybe can add on some personal story in your speech, because you can maybe mention about have you procrastinated before, or any consequence of your procrastination. And then the second speaker, Patricia, I actually very like your energetic tone, especially your startup, and you share your personal story in your speech. I quite like it, and however, I maybe can challenge you some ways, like have some interaction with the audience, especially like the eyes contact, to have the engagement with the audience. Like because I realize your body is a bit to the side, so that maybe you can have in the middle a little bit and towards the camera, so that I can see you clearly. And then for the third one speaker, Matthew, I'm not sure Matthew is the first time to speak, to present on the table topic or not, but you speak it quite well, because I very like and very admiring your, how to say, you can share your passionate with us in just within just 1 to 2 minutes time, and then what you are going to do next. Perhaps next time when you come to join us, you can share with us some of your recipe, or maybe the songs that you learn in the future. And then I have some suggestion for you, is that maybe in between your speech, you can give a little pause in between, so that we can have some time to digest and get more connected with our audience. Because I realize that your speech a little bit fast, okay, but overall it's very well done. Thank you. And then for the last speaker, KS Lim. KS Lim, I think your question is a bit long, maybe because have 3 points, and it's very good that you touch it 3 points together, like the moment after you miss the words that you say and the time that you lost. It's very good, and each of them will also try to relate to your personal story and share with us. However, I have some room for improvement, is that maybe you can play with your intonation of the voice, especially at the end you call for the action, that part. Like your tone can be a little higher to have a stronger effect, or people can more take note about this in the future. And the timing, I believe in the future you can take it better, because today title maybe is a bit long, but in the future maybe you can keep it short and nice. Okay, back to you, Junhong.
Thanks, Jaslyn, for the evaluation. So we are done with the speech evaluation. Let's take some time to vote for the best speaker, the best evaluator, and the best table topic speaker now, before I proceed. Everyone got the link, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's give another 10 seconds for everyone to vote. Who is looking at the vote result? Who is the ballot counter?
Oh, me, I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So Jacinda, let me know when everyone has voted.
Okay, sure.
Junhong, I done already.
Yeah, thanks. We should have how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16. Maximum 16 vote. Hopefully there's not more than 16.
If got 17, how would you know who's the...
Maybe some speaker, they forward the link to their friend. They ask their friend to support them.
Come share on Facebook
Yeah,
right
now there are 15 responses. So I will
Okay.
share in the chat box, or just announce here, because I cannot find the chat box.
I need to conduct the general evaluation first, and then
okay.
once I'm done, I'll pass back to the TOD, and then the TOD will announce the winner.
Okay, so I will send to TOE.
Yep. Thanks. Okay, so now it's my turn to evaluate all the role players and also give some general feedback on the meeting. Let's start with the most important person of the meeting, the TOE, Leo. Leo, I know that you have not been a TOD for some time. So that's why it's understandable that there are some glitches. Just now, there are some glitches in the beginning of the meeting, like regarding the protocol, like who shall start the meeting, whether the TOE or the president. However, you slowly get into the mood when there are good responses from the members. And then after that, everything went on smoothly. However, there's one thing that I need to point out is that the meeting started a bit late. I think like 10 minutes, and I myself also guilty because I was late as well. But seems like the TOE, I think, came in later than me, and TOE is the most important person of the meeting. So TOE has to make sure that he or she be punctual, and somehow the theme of the day is time is precious. So time is really precious. So everyone has to be punctual. And then going on, one thing that TOE did well was to confirm the role player list to make sure that all the role players are already present. And then another good thing is that the TOE also set a time limit of 1 minute for each attendee to introduce himself or herself. Without setting this time limit, I think some of the more talkative members will talk too much and will cause us not to follow the original agenda. And one thing I like about the style of this club meeting is that it gives everyone a chance, no matter whether the person is a member of the club or a member of another club or a guest, to speak up. Everyone has at least 1 minute to speak up. Yeah, this is very good, very inclusive, I would say. And then, the TOE also is also very encouraging by leading the applause to every speaker. And then, yeah, and another thing is that the TOE also checks the speaker to make sure that he or she can see the timer light, and then also the video of the speaker can be seen by the rest. Yeah, this is a good thing to check because now we are using video conferencing instead of a real life stage. And okay, and another suggestion for the TOE or for the the VPE is to consider bringing back the humor session. I've missed the humor session a lot. I think humor session is very important to lightens up everyone's mood. Yeah. And
last minute, the humor master not free.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I believe there are a lot of talented members which will be able to give a lot of share a lot of humorous stories or humorous jokes. So I think we should always find a backup humor master. If the main humor master couldn't make it, at least we have a backup. Yep.
You are our
I'm the last. Sorry.
You are always our backup.
I'm the last resort. I'm the last. When there's no more choice, then I'll be the one.
Yeah, we miss you.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, so that's my feedback for the TOE. Overall, very well done. Although you have not done it for some time, glad that you're back to become the TOE again. Next, I'll go to the next event. The next role player, which is Kamal, the grammarian and the word of the day. Kamal, you introduced a very good word of the day, prudent, which is not too easy and not too hard to use, and which is related to the today's meetings theme as well. And you also provided very clear and very simple example usage of the word. And one more thing, the most important one is that the Kamal, who provided the word of the day, also reminds everyone to use the word of the day quite a number of times throughout the meeting. The TOE also helped to remind everyone to use the word of the day as well. And then the next role player is Aili, thought of the day. Aili, I like your sharing on the thought of the day because it is very concise and precise. And besides that, you also provide a call to action at the end by asking everyone to use their time wisely and efficiently. And you also illustrate the usage of the word of the day when giving the thought of the day, which is very, very good example. Okay, next I'll go to the next role player is the table topic master, KKG. So as everyone has known, KKG has got the third place, is the third place winner of the recently concluded District 51 table topic contest. Congrats, KKG, and today you should be one of the table topic speaker instead of table topic master to show off your skills to the rest of the members. Anyway, since you have taken up the role of a table topic master, I would like to give some feedback. Yeah, you have explained the objectives of a table topic session very clearly since we have guests today. Yeah, and as usual, during a table topic session, normally we couldn't find any volunteer. You resolve this by appointing all the speakers to avoid time drag on. And however, there's one suggestion for you. I think you forgot to mention the time allocated for each speaker. So that's why, luckily no one exceed the time limit of 2 minutes and with the 30 seconds buffer. Except one person, I think. One person, the time taken by one speaker was 2 minutes 40 seconds. Okay, now let's go to the co-evaluator. First one is a timer, Ribbon. Yeah, Ribbon, it was unfortunate that just now you got disconnected while you were going to deliver the report. However, you came back online very quickly and you provided a very clear report. However, there's one thing that you miss is that you should mention whether each speaker, time taken by each speaker is within limit or not. This is important so that the speaker will know whether he or she has gone beyond the time limit. And then next is the R counter, Jaslyn. Yeah, R counter, Jaslyn. It's not easy to be R counter because you have to listen very attentively all the time. And yeah, you managed to catch those unnecessary filler words. And also, thanks to Jacinda for helping to take note of to take over the role of the R counter for the table topic speaker. And one suggestion for the R counter is to single out one filler word that is used most often by each speaker, besides reporting the total number of filler words recorded for each speaker, so that the speaker will know which one is the most often used filler words, redundant words by him or her, so that he or she can correct it the next time. And then the next one is grammarian Kamal. Yeah, you managed to catch good phrases used and also gave very good suggestion for improvement with practical examples. And I like the way you deliver your report, which is a very humorous way. And then, yeah, and the way you deliver it was also very enthusiastic and very encouraging to the members. Okay, now let's come to the first evaluator, Hui Sang. Yeah, as most of us know, Hui Sang is a very experienced evaluator. She has won a few task area and division contests. Yeah, so Alan is you should feel very lucky that you got evaluated by Hui Sang, such an experienced evaluator. And of course, I have no suggestion for improvement for Hui Sang because I'm still learning from Hui Sang. Hui Sang, you're too good already. You provided very encouraging feedback, and you could even spot suggestions for improvement for good speakers like Alan. For me, if I'm the one that evaluated Alan, I wouldn't be able to find any suggestion for improvement, but you managed to do so, which is a very important feedback for Alan to further improve on. Now let's come to the second evaluator, Yvonne. Yvonne, I think that you have improved tremendously since your last evaluation. Why I say so? Because you not only pointing out the good things, the good points that have been done by the speaker, you also gave suggestion for improvement with specific examples for each point, and also elaborate on why you like those good things in the speaker. However, I think your line wasn't that good. Your video got interrupted, your voice got interrupted a few times, but anyway, I managed to get most of your evaluation, and also you also did a very good conclusion by recapping what the speakers have done well and also what the speakers have to improve on to remind the speaker again. And then the last evaluator, table topic evaluator, Jaslyn, as an table topic evaluator, is not very easy because you have to evaluate multiple speakers of different speaking styles and also different experiences. And you have done well by providing one good point and then one area for improvement for each speaker, a very balanced evaluation. And you also gave a lot of encouragement to the table topic speakers to speak more often in the future. Well done. I think I've evaluated everyone. Please let me know if any role player that I missed out from providing the feedback. Okay, and last but not least, I would like to give my evaluation to the president as well, Ribbon. Yeah, Ribbon, you once again you showcase your marketing skills again by making use of the break time to promote your club to the guests. Today we have at least one guest, Matthew. Yeah, just now there was a 5-minute break time, and initially no one was speaking. It was very silent, and then Ribbon, you came out, you grabbed the opportunity. Time is precious. You never waste any time. You just grab the 5 minutes opportunity to promote the club to get maybe a possible new member. Well done, Ribbon. I need to learn from you your marketing skills.
Junhong.
Sorry?
We got another guest. JL
oh, okay.
JL is who?
Yeah, Ribbon, you can showcase your marketing skills again to get maybe 2 members today, potential members. That's all from my side. Back to the TOE video.
Thank you, Junhong, for providing such a constructive and encouraging feedbacks to every speakers and role players. Okay, now is the time to announce the winner for each. Okay, we start with the best assignment speaker. Let's do a drum roll. So the winner is Jacinda for best assignment speaker. Any award? Any prize? Okay, the next one is the best evaluator goes to Oh Hui-san. And lastly, best table topic speaker goes to Patricia Yam.
Yay! Congratulations.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you
participating.
for having me. Thank you, KKG. Thank you, everyone here.
Okay, with that, I'll pass the control back to our president, Ribbon Yap.
Okay, thank you, Leo. Let's give Leo a big round of applause. So as Yun Hong said, he slowly pick up the essence to become POE. So I hope Leo, you will be POE for maybe coming meeting again. Not coming. I will see you more on the POE this role, okay? Okay, before that, let's take a can everyone camera on? Let's take a group photo. Hi, KS Lim, Patricia, Jonan.
Sorry, coming.
Yeah, let's take a group photo. I need a helper. Anyone can be my camera too? I will be the camera one.
Okay.
So Jacinda will be the camera too. Okay. So everyone,
Okay.
look at your camera.
Patricia, mute.
Mute. Sorry,
Yeah.
I
Okay, everyone, look at your camera. 3, 2, 1, smile. Next, camera 2, Jacinda. Don't look at Jacinda, look at your camera. 3. Okay.
Yeah, look at the camera eye. 3, 2, 1. Okay, done. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jacinda. So let's have some feedback from our guests. Hey, where are you, JL? Hi, JL. Hi, hello, JL.
Hello.
Hi,
Sorry,
JL.
I have to use my headset.
Yeah, sure. Welcome. I think this is your first time to our club, right?
Can you repeat?
I think this is your first time clubbing to our Butterworth
Yeah,
club, right?
correct. First
Are
time
you a
here.
current Toastmaster member or a guest?
I am from Del Penang Toastmasters Club.
Oh, I see.
I know Hui Sang, Andy, Kekechi. The rest I don't really know.
Oh, I see. So any feedback of improvement that you can share to our club?
I didn't stay long enough to really give feedback lah. I mean, but I can see it's pretty much what other clubs are doing right now, and I really hope one day for all the clubs lah, not to stay just in Penang or all over the world, that we can really have great improvement in evaluation to get somebody who has really professionally trained in public speaking, not just limited to Toastmasters, because we do have really good speakers and evaluators who are non-Toastmaster. Maybe we can have some help from them, because I myself learn a lot from these people. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, by the way, JL, may I ask you how do you get our meeting information? Where you get the info?
I just message in Gurney Hydro chat group, any meeting tonight, and then straight away I got message from Andy, and then actually I was how to say contemplating but between your club and YMCA Ipoh. So I decided to join this one after a while.
Okay, thank you for your support. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks JL. Next, we have Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I think this is not your first time attending Toastmaster meeting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I,
any feedback you can give to us?
I mean, you guys, I felt like when I joined this club, I feel quite delighted. And then, I mean, by the atmosphere you guys actually provided, and then it's like quite welcoming for the newcomers here. Lah. And then for the grammarian and also the evaluators, they're actually quite precise on like picking out my mistake. I would say that I'm quite thankful for that, and then I'm learning throughout the process. I would say that.
All right, Matthew. So online meeting, you already can feel our warmness. So if you come to the physical one, definitely. Okay.
Currently I'm still like club hopping and then building my communication throughout this time, I would say.
Sure. So hope to see you again. So next we have Jonan. Hi, Jonan. Jonan from Gurney Hydro Toastmaster Club.
I find it interesting that I think it's only our club that we don't time our evaluators. I'm not really sure. So I saw that you time your evaluators, time everyone, but I don't think ours did, right? Not really sure.
Our club did tie the evaluator actually.
Because why I count everyone, because for my club meeting, a lot of general evaluator they feedback to me that we need to control our time. Okay, so that's why I volunteer to be the timer for this special team. So I want to see where is the root of the cause. Yeah. Okay. So thanks, Jordan. Hope to see you again. Okay. Any other guests who want to give some feedback? Hi, Andy. Hi, Andy. Happy to see you again.
Yay, second time. And I'm glad I joined today. I had to step out of the room for a while to talk to my kids, but I tried to come back and then my laptop would not cooperate. So I have to use my phone. Anyway, the thing that I saw improve from the previous meeting is that the handling of the timing is much better for the introduction. Today you all did good for that one when we introduce ourselves. It's kind of shorter, more precise, and we don't have to say a lot of things. So I think that's one good step in the improvement part. And transition between people, I think that the one thing, because of this virtual thing, we have to remember we need to unmute ourselves, or the host or the co-host need to do the unmuting in case the person forget. But I think it's good that we prep ourselves, prep the attendees in the meeting, that before you speak, remember to unmute yourself, whether it's on the phone or on the laptop. I find it easier to do it on the laptop. When I come to the phone, sometimes I get a little bit disoriented. I forget which one it is. So that's just a thing lah. I think we're all getting used to this new norm, so it will take a while, but you're on the right track. So good job.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Andy. I'm doing the job for mute and unmute. Sometimes when I unmute the speaker, the speaker mute again. So I keep on click. Okay. So everyone, for the first timer here, our next meeting will be on 10th of next month. So please mark down at your calendar, or you can follow us on our Facebook page. which you can find the link there. I will share the link there. So our member, our VPVR Yvonne will keep updated our club info there. Okay, so thank you again, everyone, for your precious time, and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe. Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Okay,
See you again.
Bye.
Bye, Patricia.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Yvonne.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Finish already, Patricia.
No, it's still on. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Today I'm really guilty of a lot of things, but
Okay, I have one question to
for
you.
improvement.
You are actually attend how many meetings now? Wow.
So crazy.
Four
No
meetings.
more already. Don't be like me. I tell you, very terrible.
Okay. Wow, you have
Thank
4
you.
devices.
4 device, 4 device.
Lost out already. Bye, everyone.
Now you can
Bye.
4 minus 1 become 3 already.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Andy. Bye, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bye,
I will
Andy.
share the
Thank you
link.
for
I will
coming.
share our Facebook page.
Okay, Aslim also. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, this is our Facebook page. Go and like us.
Yeah, I actually already like it already. Just now I already like it already.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Like,
Wow. Wow.
quick
Wow.
like already.
Hey, Slim, you
Okay,
improve a lot.
Yes, Lynn.
Yeah, very good. You improve a lot.
Yeah, actually,
And
I just want
Yvonne
about to
as well.
tell.
Yvonne improve a lot.
Yvonne improved a lot, actually.
So
Yvonne
for
improved a lot.
next meeting, you still be a evaluator.
No, he will be speaker next meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hey, Ribbon! We are going to push you out to speaker
Hey,
first.
hey, give
New
some role
assignment.
for Slim for next meeting.
Aslim. Okay, Aslim is our. Yeah.
Table
He-
topic master.
Table
long time
okay.
didn't see KSM be timer already.
Timer.
He always do timer one.
No, now he can speak already. Now it's quite good already.
Oh yeah, just now when KK asked
Keep
him
going.
to talk,
Well done.
he don't want, but he all time after this.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Okay,
Very good.
Topic very good. Yeah. You very open.
Okay, everyone. Good night.
See you, Ali. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yasumi.
Bye.
Ai, Linh Duy ca xe lại, Pepe Linh Duy.
Lai.
Come.
Lai.
Hey, camera. Camera 1, camera 2.
Lai.
Come on. Lai.
Hey, wait. I
2.
off my virtual first.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. 1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
2, 1, 5.
Cô Giang Sinh.
Kinh à. Ngon à.
Wow. 你们知道那个 Toastmaster 的 website 吗？有新的一个 features，就是你可以叫其他的 members 给你 feedback。
哦，我有看到，它是好像给 badge 这样的东西，就是你可以给别的 member badge。
feedback awards 啊。
新的 feature， 我不知道怎样用诶，没有什么人教怎样用。
Jacinda, can you send the recording for us or not? Recording how to?
Oh yeah, actually I still recording now.
Oh.